Hi, welcome to the sports review segment of Breakfast Daily. My name is Nathan Carl. Let me say good morning to Kokwi and Kweku. How are you guys doing?
Very good morning over there.
Yep.
Good to see you.
Yeah, it's nice to see you too. I know most Thursdays I'm here. Let's say all Thursdays I'm here, unless the unthinkable happens. All right, let's start off with some AFCON qualifying news. Now, the next AFCON will be played next year in Cote d'Ivoire, and the Black Stars are in pot 1 of the qualifying series. Now, they are part of a group of 48 teams who are hoping to make it to the competition. Now, 24 of those teams will qualify, including host Cote d'Ivoire. They host the rest of the continent sometime next year. So the Black Stars in pot 1, they've got Egypt, they've got Cote d'Ivoire, they've got other teams who are in that same pot. They will not face each other now, at least not in the qualifiers, maybe in the competition. But that's the story in terms of how Ghana wants to qualify for the next AFCON tournament in Cote d'Ivoire. The draw will be done on the 19th of April, and then we figure out what the way forward is for the Black Stars. So they have a very hectic period coming up. The AFCON qualifiers will soon be upon us, and then they can start prepping for the World Cup, which will be played later this year in Qatar. So that's the story of the Black Stars there in terms of their qualifying for the AFCON. Let's get to Cote d'Ivoire, and that country will be hosting the AFCON, but they've got other things to think about. They need to elect a new FA boss, and former Chelsea forward Didier Drogba is in the hunt. He wants to be Ivorian Football Association president. He got cleared yesterday, and the statement that came out from the Ivorian Football Association said 6 candidates had all made it through to the final stage of the election. The election will take place on the 23rd of April. Now, let's not forget, now, this election was supposed to have happened in September 2020, but so many things have happened. The election has been stopped so many times over the eligibility of some of the candidates, including Drogba himself. So, all kinds of drama happening in Cote d'Ivoire. Currently, as we speak, they don't have a fully functioning FA. They are under normalization. So, the normalization committee of Cote d'Ivoire, together with FIFA, came out with their list. They've drawn out that road plan, and on the 23rd of April, they will be having their elections to see who runs Ivorian football for the next 4 or so years. All right, so Didier Drogba, yeah, it's nice, guys. Nice transition. He played. Yeah. Now he wants to manage Ivorian football.
Yeah.
Nice, good for him. I mean, look what Samuel Eto'o is doing in Cameroon. It'll be good. I think he's done well about being visible after his playing career. This is Didier Drogba. You know, we see him at the CAF Awards. You know, he's out there. His profile looks good. I don't know how he is as an administrator because, you know, there are different skill sets required for that job. But I wish him the best. And if he's able to get it, I wish him success as well. It's nice if you can rope in former footballers to contribute to the development of football in their countries.
I think so. Yeah. What was he as captain? What was he like as captain?
Well, I mean, he was captain at the time where 2 major things happened. One, the Ivorian Civil War. I mean, he as captain managed to get the country to put the weapons away in a bit, and then he led them to their first ever World Cup in 2006. So, as captain, he did those things. Of course, he didn't win the AFCON. He never won it as captain. It was Yaya Toure who won it. But you can tell that he has a lot of love and respect amongst the Ivorian football populace. But they won't vote. It's the football people, quote unquote, in Cote d'Ivoire who get to vote. So we wait to see how they feel, or we wait to see how they view Didier Drogba, whether or not they think he's good enough to lead the Ivorian Football Federation. We'll see how it goes. Let's get to Europe now. Now, one of the competitions Didier Drogba played in constantly and even won it in 2012, the UEFA Champions League. And last night was drama night in the Champions League. Let's start off with that game at Anfield. It was a bit of exciting drama in that game. Liverpool 3, Benfica 3, and it was mad. It was mad. Liverpool took the lead. Ibrahim Konate, Gonzalo Ramos made it 1-1. Bobby Firmino made it 2-1 and 3-1. And at that point, you thought, Liverpool would ride the game out. Well, Benfica had other ideas. They managed to score twice. Roman Yaremchuk and Darwin Nunez, the Uruguayan forward who's turning heads in Europe. He scored there, and it was 3-3. Eventually, Liverpool's 3-1 win from the first leg provided the ticket to the next stage of the competition. So Liverpool drew 3-3, but they won 6-4 in aggregate. I'm sure it was a little tense getting to the end.
No, well, you see, here's the thing. I have a very pragmatic approach to watching football. I dissociate my emotions. because I've had too many heartbreaks. And so I am not going down that road again. So I connect my emotions so that disappointment doesn't hit me too hard. You know, you can be disappointed, but Charlie, it shouldn't mess you up. You know, some people can't even eat their fufu and other things when they, you know. So yeah, but for me, I thought it was an uphill. It would definitely be an uphill struggle for Benfica. You know, because overcoming and doing this at Anfield, it would have been too difficult.
Yeah. Not a lot of teams do that at Anfield. The last team to have overturned Liverpool at Anfield was Atletico Madrid 2 or so years ago. So it's a really tough ask. Koku, I'm sure you enjoyed watching that.
Well, my eyes were glued to Manchester City,
the other one,
Atleti. Like, it was crazy. It was just that you could feel the tension. It kept building until everything spilled out and Simeone is going crazy. It was nice to watch, but it was really tense. But I think kudos to Manchester City for just holding on. It was a tough match. Atletico gave them a run for their money, honestly. It was tough, but it was a good match.
Yeah, for our viewers who didn't know what happened, well, Man City, like you heard from Koku, it was a very, very interesting game. It wasn't the greatest spectacle, but the drama around it made for great viewing. Man City. So they drew goalless at the Wanda with Atletico Madrid. It was Atletico Madrid 0, Manchester City 0. Now, let's not forget, Kevin De Bruyne's first leg goal had given them a bit of a lead, and they managed to hold on, but it turned out into handbags and punches and kicks and all kinds of drama happening with a red card to Felipe. Now, for those who didn't know, there was even a fight in the tunnel between Jack Grealish and Stefan Savic. So that was how intense it was in that particular encounter. But Man City have made it through. In the end, they were celebrating, and now they take on the mighty Real Madrid in the semi-finals of the Champions League, while Liverpool take on the Yellow Submarines of Villarreal. Can Unai Emery stand the order once again? We wait to see. But that's how the Champions League semi-final looks like. Great stuff there.
You mentioned a striker from Atletico.
Darwin Núñez.
He's deadly.
He is.
I don't remember the last time I saw a striker that clinical.
He is.
I mean, he's fresh. He's quite new.
He's young. He's 22.
Yeah. So I'm trying to imagine what will happen in the next 4 or 5 years. That guy is...
Well, the national team selectors need to keep their eye on him.
Yeah.
If we are over-fixated on Luis Suarez, there's another guy in that team who could give us more problems in the World Cup later this year in Qatar.
All right. Thank you, Nathan.
Thank you.